Welcome to China Insights. I'm David Zhang. Xi Jinping's plane arrives in Russia, yet CCTV shows no footage. On the 22nd, Xi Jinping's plane landed in Kazan, Russia, where he will be attending the BRICS summit. A clip surfaced online, filmed by the Associated Press, showing Xi Jinping disembarking from his plane. Xi glanced at the stairs before placing his right hand on the railing and slowly making his way down. In the footage, Xi, who just turned 71, appeared somewhat unsteady in his steps. Back in May, when Putin visited Beijing and met Xi Jinping at Zhongnanhai, in that image, Xi looked radiant and full of energy. On July 4th, at the Shanghai Cooperation Organization summit in Kazakhstan, the Associated Press photographed Xi Jinping shaking hands with Putin. Again, Xi appeared radiant and in good spirits. Yet, looking at Xi Jinping today as he stepped off the plane, beyond his unsteady gait, his energy and complexion had noticeably worsened. The difference in just 3 to 5 months is surprising. It's worth noting that these photos were taken before the 20th Chinese Communist Party Central Committee's third plenary session on July 15th. Afterwards, Xi appeared aged and fatigued in public, raising suspicions about whether something had occurred. While Xi Jinping is abroad, Chinese state media has shown unusual behavior. When Xi Jinping arrived in Kazan, CCTV aired the event as the headline of their evening news program. But oddly enough, only the news anchor narrated the story with no footage of Xi Jinping at all. This unusual handling raises questions too. Some may wonder if this is due to time zone differences. However, Russia is only 5 hours behind Beijing. If Xi arrived in Kazan around noon, it would have been 5 p.m. in Beijing. Even if he arrived at 1 p.m., it would have been 6 p.m. in Beijing. Given this difference, there should have been at least an hour to edit some footage for the news. In fact, Xinhua News Agency reported Xi's arrival at 4:18 p.m. Beijing time, leaving more than 2 hours before the news could air. Despite ample time, CCTV only provided narration without footage, which is again unexplainable. Such an occurrence did not happen before July this year, raising further speculations. Additionally, Xi was accompanied by Cai Qi, who seems normal for Xi's top aide and as the director of the general office. However, it was strange that Cai did not accompany Xi Jinping during his previous trips on October 15th to 16th to Fujian province, and then on October 17th to 18th to Anhui province, leaving people wondering if Cai Qi also fell from grace alongside Xi. If Cai Qi's absence is part of a broader power shift, his presence on this trip might be an attempt to dispel rumors. By having Cai accompany Xi Jinping on this trip, the authorities may be trying to send a signal that everything is still fine. But whether this is true remains to be seen. The CCP, of course, operates in a black box manner, and outside observers can only piece together clues. If there is any power shift in the CCP's top leadership, it could have major implications for both China and the world. This means that both Chinese citizens and foreign governments need to be prepared for potential changes. Another interesting development further sidelining Xi Jinping occurred today. Xinhua News reported that, quote, with Xi Jinping's approval, the All-Army Combined Training Conference was held from the 20th to 22nd in Zhangjiakou, Hebei, which Zhang Youxia, the vice chairman of the Central Military Commission, attended the conference. He observed the exercises and delivered a closing speech. Xinhua's report is intriguing, as it prominently displays Zhang Youxia's military authority. The headline reads, All-Army Combined Training Conference held, Zhang Youxia attends and speaks, with the body of the report repeatedly quoting Zhang Youxia, which is a strange phenomenon. The reporting style can only previously be observed when reporting on Xi Jinping's military talks. According to the official report, the event was of high importance. Attendees included leaders from various military branches, war zones, and institutions, both in person and via teleconference. From the list of attendees, it's clear that the event had high status and significant scale. The report mentioned that the meeting was, quote, approved by Xi Jinping, suggesting that Xi was aware of the event but did not attend. Xi was also likely in Beijing at this time, as there were no reports of public appearances before his trip to Russia. The distance between Beijing and Zhangjiakou is less than 200 kilometers, which by train, a trip, or a car is not long. For Xi Jinping, such travel should not be an issue. Yet, despite being in Beijing, Xi Jinping skipped this major military event. And this just comes days which Xi Jinping also missed another military conference that was held on October 14th, when he was absent from the military theory meeting in Beijing, despite attending a memorial service for Wu Bangguo that same day. Xi's repeated absences from significant military events suggest that something unusual may be happening. Could this reflect Xi is losing his grip of power, with Zhang Youxia stepping in to assert his military control? Follow us for more China Insights. I'm David Zhang, reporting